So, what is doubt? For our purposes, looking at doubt in relationship to faith, we can define it as a feeling of uncertainty. So, why do we experience that doubt? There's a quote that I saw recently that suggests that we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. I find that to be so true because here we are in the world, spiritual beings existing in a human world where everything needs to be explained. And we need to have a concrete reason for everything and an example. And in order to feel like we trust it and we believe it, we have to see it with our own eyes and we have to have a first-hand account. Scripture, of course, tells us otherwise. So in the Gospel of John, it reads that one of the 12 disciples, Thomas, was not with them, the other disciples, when Jesus came. So the other disciples told him, "We have seen the Lord." Thomas said to them, "Unless I see the scars of the nails in his hands and put my finger on those scars and my hand in his side, I will not believe." A week later, the disciples were together again indoors and Thomas was with them. The doors were locked, but Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." Then he said to Thomas, "Put your finger here and look at my hands. Then reach out your hand and put it in my side. Stop your doubting and believe." Thomas answered, "My Lord and my God." Jesus said to him, "Do you believe because you see me? How happy are those who believe without seeing me." If you have ever heard of the term doubting Thomas, meaning someone who must see to believe, this is where that term comes from. So, what does this all mean then? If a friend came to me and expressed that they were experiencing doubt in their faith and they were frustrated by it or guilty or just down, here's what I would say. God is bigger than your doubt, and He is not afraid of it. He will not leave you whether you feel you have and understand all the answers or you feel like you have none. He calls us to have something called faith, in which we put our complete trust and our confidence in Him. It's like a trust fall. When you have somebody behind you and you know that they're there and they say that they're going to catch you, even if the person is someone that you trust so much, there's still, in our humanness, a second of doubt where we feel that we will not be caught and we will be let to fall to the ground. 99.9% of the time, that person catches you, right? Or somebody doing a trust fall is caught. 99.9% of the time. I'm not a mathematician, but I think that's a good guess. But God, on the other hand, catches us perfectly 100% of the time. So if you are like Thomas, do not be afraid. He is mentioned in scripture for a reason. Remember though, even after Jesus allows Thomas to see him and touch his wounds, he reminds him that those who believe but have not seen are the happiest. If you, like Thomas, are having moments of doubt or your whole journey has just felt like one big doubt storm or you have so many questions, I encourage you to first reach out, use resources. If you have actual questions about your faith and what is believed, do some research. There are some things that do have answers and can bring you some peace. So I encourage you to do that, and also reach out to someone else who's walking with Christ and see how they can support you. But in your moments of doubt and your moments of unbelief, simply pray, "Lord, I believe, help my unbelief."
So I'm going to sing a song called Drawn to You by Audrey Assad. And I picked this song actually because Kelsey and I had the opportunity to hear her live a few months ago. And before singing this song, she said that it's one of her favorites because she actually most days doubts the Lord and doubts that He's real. And in spite of that, she's still drawn to Him and drawn to our faith. And I thought that that was incredible. The fact that she is a Catholic Christian and her whole life revolves around God, and still she even has doubts. So that's why I picked this song, and I hope you enjoy it.
to cling to but your sweet hand. No clear emotions keeping me safe at night. Only your presence, like a candlelight. After everything I've had, after everything I've lost, Lord, I know this much is true. I'm still drawn to you. I pour out my sorrows just like a precious oil. I kiss your feet, Lord, with a holy joy. My tears an offering of my highest praise. Oh, your eyes say welcome, and I receive your gaze. 'Cause after everything I've had, and after everything I've lost, Lord, I know this much is true. I'm still drawn to you. After everything's been said, after everything love costs, Lord, I know this much is true. I'm still drawn to you. Lord, I know this much is true.